What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to birds flying out of my roof at my head. Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today, we're back. I bought another limousine. Some of you may remember I had one a while back, and I got rid of it. I sold it for pretty decent money, but this one, I think this one has the potential to be better than the last one. So here it is, my $2,825 2004 Cadillac Limousine. That's right, with the dreaded 4.6 North Star, but thankfully this car has the modified engine, so it does not have those old head studs that would pull out. This is the redesign, so it should be okay, maybe. I don't know. This thing had been abandoned since sometime in like 2014, maybe 2016. It just kind of disappeared. It dropped off the radar on Carfax, and then just recently it reappeared at the auto auction through a charity. So 29,000 original miles on this car. Now I came out here the other day and I took a look at it, looked it over, and I noticed somebody had the back seat kind of pulled out of it, and that's where the battery is. So obviously somebody was having some problems with the battery. The battery's dated like 2014, maybe 2016, which is about the same time the car dropped off the map there on Carfax. So the Carfax report showed that new battery being put in. I took it inside, hoping that we could maybe get the battery to come to life, because I haven't been able to start it, and no, that battery is completely shot. So I'm about to head out to go buy a brand new battery for this car. We're going to try to start this for the first time right now. Like I said, 29,000 miles. $2,825 was my winning bid. It ended up being about $3,700 out the door with shipping delivered to my house. A little bit of damage on the back bumper here. Looks like something bumped into it. Aside from that, though, the rest of the car is in really good shape. The tires are in excellent shape, and I think, if I remember correctly, these are truck wheels with Cadillac emblems on them. You know what I mean? They're like 6-lug. The tires you can only buy, I think, from Goodyear. Like, there's only like one tire manufacturer you can get tires from. Super cool little car, man. Or should I say big car. If you put the seat back, it actually looks halfway decent in here. It's got the tissues in the back. It's got air conditioning all the way back here as well. Headliner is in great shape all the way down. And the part that usually falls apart on these is this vinyl top. If you take a look at the top, it's in really, really good condition all the way around. It's got a beautiful top on it. And back here, oh, look at this. We have a piece. That's the, that goes under, that's where your knee bolster is, or whatever you call it. This is the knee thing. Yeah, it's missing over there. All right. Little air conditioning vents back here, even the seat belts, everything in this car just looks so good and so new. We're gonna pop the hood. We're gonna check the oil. That's the first thing to do. When I realized it wouldn't start, I took the keys off of the, they had them strapped around the steering wheel. I went ahead and took these off. And took them in the house so I wouldn't have to worry about somebody coming out and messing with them. Nothing in there. We got one ashtray here. Never been used. What do we got in here? We got books. The original books. Look at that. Cadillac Roadside Service. 2004 DeVille professional vehicle. Looks like a bunch of receipts. There's all kinds of stuff in there. Lots of receipts and stuff. We won't get into that. But I do want to get in to the hood here. I want to take a peek at the oil and the coolant, because those are my two biggest fears when it comes to a North Star engine. Yeah, that's weird that this just came off. It's like the brackets just pulled out or something from the whole thing. All of the little clips are still in here. That's bizarre. Very bizarre. All right, let's take a look under the hood of the dreaded 4.6 North Star. She's a little dirty. There's spider webs under here too, so for sure she ended up parked. Yeah, she ended up parked for a while. I wonder why. Let's take a look. Oil, very nice and clean. That's always a good sign. That's a really good sign. Another good sign is on Carfax. It showed that it had extensive work on the air conditioning for some reason. Over and over, the air conditioning started having problems at 11,000 miles, typical GM product here. And it looks like throughout the years, all the way till I guess they retired in 2014, they kept taking it back. Oh, look. Yeah, they kept taking it back for AC problems. Here it says AC die 7/1 of 14. And somewhere between 14 and 16, this car just apparently stopped being put into service. Let's check the coolant. Come on. Oh, it's had, what's crazy is at 29,000 miles, it's had the brakes flushed, it's had the coolant flushed, oil and filter has been changed religiously, it has had the transmission serviced as well at 29,000 miles. To me, that is insane. Come on. Golly, that is on there. Let's take a look and see if there's even coolant in there. I see some, but it looks a little low. Definitely looks a little low, so we may want to add some coolant. Who would have thought a North Star with low coolant? Nobody would have ever expected that, right? Yeah, right. Oh, clean power steering fluid as well. I mean, it should be 29,000 miles, guys. So all the fluids look good inside the engine. I mean, this is a brand new car, guys. This is literally a brand new car. All the gaskets look new. It even has paint marks on the cylinder heads and everything. The belt, brand new. Wow, this is crazy. So obviously I brought my jump pack out here with me. There's no battery in the car. I want to at least try to fire it up before I go out and spend probably $200 on a battery. So why don't we do that? It says it's a run and drive. I would like to verify that it is indeed a run and drive before I start going and spending money on it. So let me hook up this booster pack real quick. Let's see if we can get this thing running. Time to take the key. I'm excited about this. I'm excited because I don't know when this video is going to be released, but for me, tomorrow's Mother's Day. I want to go pick up my sister and my mom and surprise them in a limousine and take my mother out to dinner. Are you serious right now? Somebody chopped the cat. There's even spider webs inside of this thing. There are spider webs everywhere. Rear air, front, rear air conditioning on and off. Yeah, somebody chopped the damn catalytic converter. I've got spider webs. It's freaking stuck to me. No catalytic converter. It says tape. Tape, play. What? How does that work? Okay. Let's turn the AC on, but let's turn it down some. Let's crank it all the way. Check coolant level. Check coolant level. Okay. All right. Well, we're off to a brilliant start here. Let's check windows. All right, important window works. Less important window works. Those are the back windows. That one too. How do you roll down the middle windows? If I remember right, the middle windows roll down too. Oh, guess you just got here. Do they not? No? Could have swore. Yes, that one rolls down. But I guess this one is it stuck? Ugh. Well, something's going on with that. May not be working at all. I do want to move this car because I'm trying to mow, and I was able to move every other car but this one. So great to know that we're missing a catalytic converter. That's wonderful. That's just wonderful. It's not good news. Another thing is that air conditioning is not cold. So apparently they never did resolve the AC issue. Full tank of gas though. Goes into gear. It actually sounds kind of mean. Oh my. Yeah. That sucks. I don't think we can fit this car onto the lift either. I do not. Well, I mean, it moves. I don't know what more you want from it. That AC doesn't do That doesn't do anything. I also saw on the Carfax report that they had changed the orifice tube on this as well. So they've been chasing an air conditioning problem on this car for quite a while. Let's see what's in the... Does that not work? Oh, the trunk's open. Yeah. Sweet. Let's take a look back here. What do we got? Looks like a whole lot of nothing. We've got a floor mat, a couple floor mats, several floor mats. Okay. And is that a full-size spare? And some Kleenex. Come on, what do we got? Yeah. Looks like a full-size spare, another Goodyear. And it's got no air. The DOT code is 2004, so that tire is original. It's original to 2004. Some trash bags back here, some Kleenex. Let's open this fuel door real quick. Oh, yeah. Nasty. I wonder why it was parked. Very, very bizarre that a funeral home car just got parked like that. I don't know. I'm curious to know if it drives. I'd like to try to patch whatever's going on under here. Let's see if we can even see it. Hold on, let me take you guys off tripod here. Oh, yeah. They cut a nice chunk of it off, didn't they? Oh, yeah. Beautiful. All right. Well, at least it looks like all the wires for the oxygen sensor are still intact, so that's good. I'm curious about date code on these tires, though, if we could find them. DOT, that doesn't help. CKDR, I don't have a clue what that means. And the rotors are rusted, so that tells you it hasn't been driven in a while. Okay, well, there's not much I can do right now. Shut it off. Will it start back up, I wonder? Just fire right back up? Yeah? All right. So I need a battery. And since I don't know what size that pipe is for now, because I really do want to try to go pick my mom up in this tomorrow, I think it'd be a cool surprise. I'm going to go buy a new battery. And then I'm going to buy one of those flex pipes. In fact, I'm going to buy everyone AutoZone's got. And we'll get it into the shop, and we'll see if we can't temporarily put a flex pipe on there just to shut this thing up a little bit to make it bearable to drive. My mom's not going to ride around in this with the catalytic converters chopped off of it. That would be embarrassing, guys. We'll be back with some parts. Well, it is much later in the evening, guys. It's pushing 9 o'clock. Today has just gotten away from me. Here's something I can't believe, though. I can't believe that this Cadillac fits on this lift. Honestly, did not expect that. So I've done a couple things without you. I installed the battery. It's not that big a deal to put a battery in. I didn't think that was really video worthy. I ended up putting an Everstart Max in it. Unfortunately, Walmart no longer makes the battery that this car takes anymore. So I had to, instead of a Group 79 that they don't make anymore, I had to find a Group 78. It's 40 cranking amps less, but it's the same cold cranking amps. It's a little bit shorter of a battery, but it still fit just fine. It was $139. Something happened with the window. It's stuck now. The window doesn't go up or down. The regulator is broken. It made a pop. This is probably going to be one of those. The problem with the car that sits for a long time is things get brittle and break. I found the knee bolster piece. I checked it out, and it's broken. That's why it's there. Every single piece is broken. I'm guessing this thing must have sat out in the sun. They didn't garage it. They didn't protect it. It just sat outside. And that piece is about $150 on eBay. So not a big deal. What I love, though, is look how great these seats are. I mean, excellent condition. I bought some pipe and some flex pipe. I hope I can get something to fit that exhaust. If not, then this whole thing is just a waste today for me because I wanted to take my mom in this tomorrow. This is made by Eureka Coach, and it says AccuBuilt Incorporated from Lima, Ohio. Tires are supposed to be 48 PSI, and they are 235 60/17s. And last time I looked for tires for this thing, for the last one I had, it was super difficult to find. And I'll bet this one's no exception. I'm going to air up all the tires. That one is almost flat. I did check the coolant. It was a little bit low, not much. I brought 2 gallons, and I only needed just a small portion of 1 gallon to fill it up. I also checked the air conditioning. It was also just a tad low. I got 2 cans. I was expecting to need a lot, and it barely used any of this one to bring it back. So the air conditioning is working somewhat. The driver's side, this is the weird thing. The driver's side 2 vents, even though they're all the way cold, they're still kind of lukewarm. The passenger side's ice cold, the vents in the back ice cold, and the vents back here also ice cold. All of it is ice cold. It's just these 2 vents, of course, for the driver that are kind of, they're not, I don't want to say they're warm, but they're not ice cold like the rest of the car is, right? So I don't know what's going on with that. However, if you turn the knob all the way to heat, it blows super hot heat. When you turn it back to cold, it gets cooler. So it seems like the blend door is working. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. So we've got a couple things to figure out. This was not anticipated. I got to figure out at least how to get this window up, and it is buried in the bottom of the door. Pouring rain outside. Got to get that window up. Got to get the tires aired up, and we have to get some piping. And what size is it? I don't know. I didn't expect it was going to even fit on the lift. But I got some flex tube. I got some 2.5, and I know damn well it's not 3-inch. But we got some 3-inch too. We're going to get this thing up in the air also while we're putting that pipe on, or attempting to put the pipe on, and we're going to take a look and see what everything looks like underneath, see if it's got any leaks or anything. I am still shocked that it fit on the lift, and I'm also shocked that this car fit in the garage. I really didn't think this was going to fit, but both of the Caddies are in the garage. This one, never mind. Let's focus on this one. All right, so what we've got is whoever chopped off the catalytic converter kind of messed up this pipe a little bit. So I've got a grinder right here, and I'm going to try to kind of smooth this out, maybe chamfer the edges just a little bit to try to get my flex tubing on there. I don't think I'm going to be able to get the straight pipe on, although it's the right size. I don't think it's gonna work. So we're gonna try this. Obviously, safety glasses and all that good stuff, and watch. I don't think that's gonna cut it either, guys, but it's so freaking close. Fits the other side. I just cannot get it to fit this side because of how tore up this pipe is. I could always try to cut it again with a Sawzall. Maybe just chop a small portion of it off. So dang close. Ugh. But not close enough. That burned. That's gonna cut me is what that's gonna do. There we go. Let's see if this makes any difference. Definitely not on the solid pipe either direction. I don't think it's going to do any better on the flex pipe either. No, I don't think we're going to be able to get this, guys. That is a crying shame. So damn close. So close. Just not close enough, I guess. Now listen, I shouldn't be proud of what I just did, but I am. And this is where a background in being broke really comes in handy. Like, how many people with money would think, I'm going to put a flex pipe on my car by myself? No, they would just take it to a shop and they'd get it done right the first time, but not me. And you're probably wondering, however did I get this to fit over this when obviously it was the wrong size? Well, that's where my handy grinder came into play. I wore down the edges as much as I could, and then I cut a slit in this, and I cut a slit over here to expand it, slid it right over. Once it was on, boom, locked it down. This one over here, no big deal, just a clamp, it fit right over. And then to keep the oxygen sensor from banging around, this whole exhaust, if you look, there's no hangers under here, none. The only thing holding this exhaust is right here, and the pipe that goes back to the engine and puts a lot of stress on this flex coupler right here. That's it. That is it. So what I did is, if you remember, when my big old Chevy 3500 dually got broken at IAA, they gave me a bunch of these metal straps. These things right here. This is what they use to strap the keys to the steering wheel. Big metal zip ties, basically. So I simply took the zip tie, I wrapped it around the top of the heat shield so it goes up through this hole, over the heat shield, down out of this side, and then I just used it to hold the, just, because otherwise it sits all the way down and the oxygen sensor is literally riding on this heat shield. So I think I'm going to clear off all of these tools, and I think it's time to put this thing on the ground and start it up. Let's see how well that flex pipe works. Usually these things leak. Usually they don't work very well and they don't last very long. I don't need it to last long. I need to see if I can order a catalytic converter for this. I want to do this one the right way. I really like this car. I haven't even driven it yet, but I really like it. Everything under it, I wish I had better lighting for you guys right now, but I just don't. But everything under it actually looks pretty good. I can't believe this thing's only got 29,000 miles on it. Engine is a little bit, I wouldn't call it wet, but what would you call that? Moist. It's moist. It's not wet. There's nothing dripping, but it is a tad bit moist on the bottom. I'll clean that up, wipe it all down, and, we'll go from there. But I'm ready to take this thing for a ride. How about you guys? Well, finally, don't know what time it is, but it's probably like 11-ish at night. We finally get to start it up. Oh, and I lost the key. As I was saying, we finally get to start it up and see if that flex pipe makes a difference. And it does. It sounds respectable. Oh, there's stuff rattling in the exhaust. Listen to how that sounds. Kind of sounds like a proper Cadillac. Actually, it sounds pretty good. Let's check our lights. We can turn off the air conditioning. We don't need none of that stuff right now. The window is still stuck down, so I still got to address that. But just make sure we got headlights and things of that nature. We do. All right. Let's go around the back. And I'll probably go ahead. I think I got a tag in here, so I'll go ahead and throw a tag on it while we're at it. Yeah. Lights work. Sounds good. Let's put a license plate on this bad boy, and we could take it for a ride. Now, unfortunately, like I said, it's raining outside. The window is stuck down. I got my phone with me just in case. We have a check engine light on. That's from earlier, from when the oxygen sensor realized that there was nothing going on, and I'm sure the service engine light would still be on regardless. It's going to be upset that the catalytic converter is not there doing its job. Let's pull this thing off the lift. Easy does it. This is a big car. This is a big car, and I love it. Hopefully I can get that window rolled up just enough to be able to take my mom out tomorrow. We're about to find out if she's got a transmission. First drive, and are the tires flat spotted? Brakes feel really good. I'm trying to decide which way to go. I think we're just gonna go left. Ooh, fancy. Hello. Looks like the rain has subsided temporarily. Shift. It shifted. It shifted. Oh, it shifted again. And it's riding so good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I'm so happy. This could have gone either way, guys. That's how these cars always go, though. It can always go either way. Either we got a great deal or we got a really bad deal. Not gonna lie, I haven't had the best deals as of late. things have been not going my way, but we're gonna get it up to speed here. 65 miles an hour. We'll set the cruise control, see if it works. How does it ride? Well, like a Cadillac, of course. This is great, man. I haven't really checked out the radio or anything else, but we're averaging currently 6 miles a gallon. I hope to see that improve drastically. And I'm keeping my eye on the temperature gauge over there to the left as well. Full tank of gas, which is interesting. Huh. Let's set the cruise control. It works. The cruise control works. I mean, honestly, everything should work. The car's only got 29,000 miles on it. There's literally nothing that shouldn't work on this. I don't know what's going on with the guy in front of me. Maybe he's drunk. We're going 40 miles an hour in a 65. At this rate, it's going to take literally forever to get to the 5 mile mark and turn around and come back. I think this is a good one, guys. I've been really stressing over this car, although I didn't pay that much for it, you know, $2,800 or whatever, and 37 something after fees. Is that really that much for a 29,000 mile Cadillac Limousine? I don't think so. I'm gonna need a window, motor, and regulator assembly. For tonight, I'm just gonna try to get that window up, probably pull the door panel off, get that window closed. I'll order the regulator assembly. I'll clear the check engine light, and after that, I'm just gonna keep my eye on everything. Probably a partially stuck blend door for the driver's side. I'll have to figure out where that is, climb under there, and maybe I can just adjust it a little bit to get it working again. And obviously keep my eyes on all the fluids and everything. I'm gonna start driving this. It's exactly what I'm gonna do. Sight unseen. I got this sight unseen. Had it delivered to my door, never once took a look at it. And here we are with just a little bit of work, just a couple hours of work, and no more than $30 or $40 in parts, and we are cruising down the road. Well, to my surprise, we are going 66 miles an hour. We are over 18 miles a gallon now. And she cruises down the road like nobody's business, man. Very happy with this. Like I said, we get back, I'm gonna clear the check engine light, but it'll probably come back on until I can get that catalytic converter replaced. 6.8 miles, we're close to the 10 mile marker, 29,117 miles. Coolant is good, everything looks good. I think we scored big time on this Cadillac Limousine. Well, hope you didn't expect any less of the car. It made it home, 19.4 miles a gallon. Go ahead and shut her down. Actually, first the crazy thing is, every time I have ever put on a flex pipe, they've leaked like crazy. This one, perfectly quiet. And the exhaust, she sounds good. She sounds real good. All right, well, I'm gonna air up the spare tire just to be safe, clear the check engine light. I think I'm gonna take care of this window off camera because we're not gonna be able to fix it today. This door panel is not super hard to get off. You gotta pull this little tab out. You gotta take this tab out, pull the lock off. There's a few little odds and ends here you gotta take off. It's really no big deal to get the door panel off. Then I can get the window up, hopefully keep it where it needs to be, and then order some parts. She needs a good cleaning. Maybe I can run it through the car wash tomorrow before I go pick up my mom. But other than needing a car wash, she actually looks pretty good, guys. This was a very successful day. I'm going to get that window up, and I'm going to head home. I hope y'all enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. We scored on this one, man. A few little odds and ends. Also, the brake rotors need to be replaced. They're warped like crazy, man. I hit the brakes, and it was like, whoa. And I'm like, all right. You're gonna need some brake rotors and some brake pads. Just basic stuff, you know, maybe a fuel filter, an oil change, and some basic maintenance after sitting for so long. And I think it'll be a great car, and it's always fun. If you've never driven around in a limousine, you gotta try it. It's a lot of fun. Yes, you can fit through the majority of drive-thrus. Parking, a little more difficult, takes up 2 parking spaces, but you can do it. I'm telling you, if you've never driven a limousine, go out, see if you could find you one and take one for a test drive. They're a lot of fun. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up button and let me know. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. And until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.